All right, homesteader family. So I'm going to do a walkthrough of everything I've done with the excavator. And then the second part of this video is going to be the close to final product after I got done with the front end loader. And this area I'm showing right now is going to be like the carport area to pull into. And then this big hole over here to the right is going to be where the house is going to be. And this just shows you how much dirt and everything's here. For those of you wondering why you didn't get to see video of the front end loader, it's because my phone and the holder that I had in the window just totally yanked right off the glass from the vibration and bouncing up and down. So I wasn't able to get any real good footage in the front end loader. I tried multiple times. I just wasn't able to get that footage. So for those of you wondering, that's why you don't have any videos of the front end loader. You only had the videos of the excavator. So we're here in the house site. You can see there's still tons of dirt in here. Of course, I wasn't going to pull everything out with the excavator. I just tried working from one end to the other to make sure everything's loose for the front end loader. And you can see this ground is nothing but compacted rock. Very sharp riprap, I think is what they call it in the construction. And you can see the goats, the size of goats to the size of the amount of dirt and rocks that I moved. I mean, it was just totally ridiculous how much rock is in here. And the deeper you go, you can see this front side. It's just nothing but rock. So there's some good soil in there, but for most part, it's all rock. It's rock and more rock. And that's pretty much it on the house site. So you can see it's a lot of dirt. I'm going to have to get moved. Of course, you're seeing the end. I didn't quite get everything taken care of because I ran out of time because we had some rainy days that kind of ruined everything. But it is what it is. You know, I did what I can, and I'm working with what I got. So when I get the concrete person to do the concrete, the foundation, the walls, they're going to have to end up smoothing things out and then digging the footer and all that type of stuff. So there's a little bit left in there. You know, they're going to have to do it, but I don't have to pay, $60, $80, $100,000 for a company to do all the work that I got done with the equipment that I rented. So over here is the parking lot for those of you that haven't followed this channel or new to the channel. This is going to be a big parking area. This was a hillside right here. I went ahead and broke all this up. This is going to be where all the customers come, and you can see the alpacas are out on a safari. They like to roam the area now, and I've since corrected that. I've laid fence up so they can't go out anymore. You can see those two big boulders with the cones on. They came from the house site. I moved them up there, so I had the 3 boulders over there. And the goats just follow me everywhere. And for those of you that miss Mongo, here's a couple more clips of Mongo since his passing. He's the one with the big curly horns right here, the big ram. He passed away a couple weeks ago now, maybe even 3 weeks ago now. So he's no longer with us, but that's what's kind of cool about these videos that come up 2-3 weeks later after a passing of an animal. You still get a glimpse every once in a while until I'm out of videos, and then I'm on to the new videos. So we're going to go down here, and I'll show you the driveway going around the pond. The driveway was real narrow. Vehicle could get through no problem, even with the trailer, but I just wanted it a lot wider. And then down here to the right, I pulled the hut that Girl Pig had her babies in this past March. And then the fence I'm actually going to pull out from inside the pen to make it into a straight line. And you can see here along the driveway, I didn't do much, but I wanted to go ahead and just yank out the extra width, so that gave me an extra 3 to 4 feet compared to the driveway that I had, just so I'm not right on the edge. And then with this winter coming, snow and ice, I don't want to be that close to the edge where I could just slip right over and go into the pond. So this way it will widen the driveway, give me a lot more space. If I ever need big equipment or something to come through, then I'll have plenty of room. Not bordering or teeter-tottering on the edge of the pond. And then over here is where I started digging for the well. Just a quick shallow well. It's only about 8 feet deep. The tube itself is 9 foot or slightly under 9 foot, and I'm going to fill this all in and flatten it out. But the water is roughly 5 feet after I put it in. So I have a nice amount of water. I had this water pole just so I can see how much water is in there. And I'm not sure. Yep, I'm going to pull it out. And you can see in this video, it's only about 2 feet, 2.5 feet. But a couple hours later, it filled up. It was about 5 foot deep. And of course, that's with the drought. And this is like the worst drought in 62 years, something like this. And then all of this area down over here to the pond, I'm going to walk over and show you all this black pond sludge and everything that has built up over all these years. I went ahead and I was able to get down in. You can see how high that is. I went ahead and just dug all this black slime out. And of course, you're seeing a later video. There's a culvert down there. But you're seeing later video, the water doesn't cover everything that I dug because I made a bank area that I'm going to build duck houses and goose houses right here to the left where my finger is. And that way the ducks and geese have nesting boxes. And I'll have a little ramp that I can go down to the nesting boxes, collect eggs for when I sell duck eggs and goose eggs and stuff like that. And then this whole area of the driveway, you can see it's a big dip going down to the culvert, and then it goes up. I'm going to have all this built up, which you'll see in a future, or not future video, but right after this video is the second part. And that shows after the front end loader, I've got all this area nice and smooth. All these big piles of dirt are pretty much gone and everything's smoothed out. I want to get some grass or something going with some mulch and just make a nice padded area for table and chairs in the future for sitting at the head of the pond and watching the ducks and geese do their stuff. So now we're going to go up to where Jeff, the previous owner, had dug out for the house. All I did was I extended it into the farm area because this is all going to be the farm area to the left. Of course, this is where he had dug out for the house. Of course, the dirt came down, so I dug back a couple feet in some spots and then 10 to 12 feet in others. But you can see I haven't really touched the berm except down here as you go farther down where you can see the fresh black soil at the top. And I just been breaking everything up because once again, I want to make sure once I get a front end loader, I can move all this dirt without any problems. And of course, I went ahead, I dug a little bit farther, and I'm going to fill in this whole washout creek bed area. This never has water in it. It's just erosion that's covered everything. So I want to build everything up, go out to that property line, and make this into a big 3-acre agriculture bed farm. And I want to try to make it semi-flat, because you can see this is, 10 to 12 feet deep. And with all this dirt I'll have plenty of space to fill it in. And I'll go from one edge to the other and then flatten it, go all the way out to the trees, to the fence around this big tree, and just smooth everything out real nice. So I'm hoping I have enough time to do everything. But in the long run, I ended up finding out I didn't have enough time. So probably in 2019, I'll rent the front end loader again to finish flattening the farm out, because the farm is nowhere close to as rocky as the house site or the road that I widened on the side of the pond. And it's pretty good soil over here. The problem is I'm doing raised beds, so I'm not going to be using the soil over here. So it really doesn't matter in the long run, but I just need to get everything flat because when I have this open to the public for them to come get vegetables and things like that, I want nice flat land that nobody's having to climb up hills, climb up mountains, trip over stuff. I want a nice layout, and I want to get everything started the right way because I don't want to have to correct things later on down the line. I just want to do it right the first time, and then it's over and done with. So that's going to be the goal for 2019. And then this area over here, I'm going to bring in a bunch of dirt and eventually smooth everything out and flatten it. So that way it gives me more farmland to build on. And like I showed, it's going to go to all those trees. And that's pretty much it. So it's been a rough start. We've had some torrential, or no, we haven't had torrential rains yet. You're going to see the torrential rains in the future, not in this video. Because if we had torrential rains already, the pond would be filled up, and it's not. So stay tuned. You're going to see some raging rapids and rivers here in this dry creek bed that normally is a small stream. You're going to see the pond raise up 5.5 feet and overflow. And you're going to see a lot more progress done with the front end loader and everything that I've gotten done. And where we're going to go from there. So I'll be right back with the second part of this video. And I'll talk to you shortly. Alright, this second part of the video is going to be a lot quicker because I just want to get things done. It's not going to be as long as the first one. So you can see here, I still have a big mound of dirt that I didn't get to with the front end loader, just like I said, because I ran out of time. But you can see this is going to be the little carport area where I pull up. Of course, the dirt's going to have concrete walls around so the erosion doesn't drop the dirt off. And you can see I got the far corner, or I should say I didn't get to the far corner. So whoever I get to do the concrete work will have to move some dirt. But you can see it's 8 foot down. And I mean, these walls are just sheer compacted rock. Nothing but compacted rock. And it's just crazy how much rock there is over here. I thought there was a lot of rock at my last place, but nope. There's more rock here. Easier rock to break up. It's not granite. It's a softer rock. So it was pretty easy with the excavator to go through. Just a little bit difficult with the front end loader. And you can see there's some sandstone or sand or whatever that yellow stuff is. It's like a powdery stuff. Not sure what it is because I'm not a geologist. But I smoothed out this driveway and I made a path to left. So that way I can go either way from the house, either out to the farm, out to the pond, or out to a parking lot to head out to go to town or run errands, do whatever I have to do. So I got a lot of work done, as you can see, on the house site. And then we're going to come over here. I'm going to show you the parking lot area. And this, I got this all nice. It's not completely smoothed out. Like I said, there's more work I got to do everywhere. But basically, I got everything where it's roughed in. And then I can finish everything later. So you can see I had the trailer sat out here. It's a 12-foot trailer. So that just shows how big the parking lot area is. You can see the boulders that I went ahead and sat at the entranceway. So that way cars don't drive through. And I think I might do a little bit of fencing there. And see, the goats think they're going to run out because I'm walking away from them. And I went up over the hill to Wall Mountain where my entrance is. And I smoothed out that with the front end loader. So the driveway isn't all bumpy like it used to be. You can see Mr. E.T. They want to come out. But these alpacas want to go roam all over the place. And I can't be having that. So until I can get some fencing thrown up, the alpacas got to stay in there for now, and then they can come out. And they're not too happy about it. And so that's pretty much that. It's a beautiful blue sky day, and I'm going to go down. Like I said, this is the other driveway I cut in, so I can go down to the pond or farm without going into the parking lot area, doing a U-turn, and coming back through. Makes it a lot easier. Same thing with coming from the farm or pond. I can go up to the house or head straight out the driveway to go to town. Now, all this dirt here on the spillway, you can see the spillway is built up tremendously. So I have a lot of dirt piled here. And of course, I didn't get it smoothed out. I didn't have the time. Plus, I want to do the spillway with the overshot water wheel. You can see the pond is completely filled now up to the spillway. The driveway has been widened tremendously. And once I can get the concrete done for the spillway, then I'll go ahead and smooth all the dirt out. You can see the ducks are doing good. Still have a little bit of dirt, but I'll get to that when I get the front end loader a second time. Here's one of the mama gooses down there, and you can see how dirty the water is. I mean, the storm that you're going to see in the next couple days in the upcoming videos, I mean, it's ridiculous how much water there was. And you can see, look, boom, this whole driveway has been raised up like 8 feet. I made that area over there to the right filled in. Like I said, this flat area here is going to be where I'm doing the duck and goose houses. So I planned everything out. I didn't really make the pond any bigger. I just got some of that gunk out. And then, of course, the well I haven't got to yet. It's all going to happen later. But I have plenty of water. And this, you can see now, it's 5 feet deep, 5.5 feet deep. And this is just amazing having all this flat area here. Like I said, I'm going to cover it in seed, put down some mulch. It will give me a nice grazing area for the animals, and put table and chairs. And then you can see over here, this is where I started piling piles and piles of dirt to start building up the farm area to extend the farm another, I think it's 75 or 85 feet, something like that, all said and done. Now, the center of this isn't filled in yet because I don't have enough dirt. All of the dirt that's going to fill in the center area is going to come from up above when I get finished cutting all the farm to make everything nice and flat. And then, of course, it will settle for a couple years, and I'll start working from there. So I can plan everything out, do everything the right way, and get everything done right. So you can see some of this is flat. I got the trailer moved up here, so Pop has a new homestead area for when we're over here at the ranch every other day. And it is a beautiful view out of the trailer looking straight over the pond. Now, you don't get the snow-capped mountains. You can see they're disappearing. But at least he can look out the window, see the ducks and the geese swimming, and gets a little bit of view of some colors. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys later.